Hi guys, it's me Terry of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome to Vlogtober day 14. Okay, so for my mini project for today, I did, of course, I'm still following along with Laura at Happy Berry Crochet, her YouTube channel. I did the padded heart. I used some DK weight. I think this was actually some sport yarn. Yeah, I think sport weight, number 3 weight yarn, and a 3mm hook. And I ended up turning it into a, I'm going to use it as a zipper pull. If I ever have any material that's got hearts on it. Well, actually, I think I've got something that's got hearts on it. But I'll have to see. But anyway, I thought it turned out really cute. And the way that she put this pattern together, I would have never thought to do it that way. It was very interesting. So if you want an interesting pattern, but easy to follow along, just trust what she's doing and follow along with her, check it out. And I'll link it in the description box below, a link to this pattern. Okay? Okay. Next is the trivia questions from yesterday. Okay, so the first one was, where was the famous giant piano scene in Big filmed? Was it A, on a Hollywood soundstage, B, at Toys R Us, C, in a New York warehouse, or D, at FAO Schwartz? Okay, and the answer is D. The famous scene was filmed at the now closed FAO Schwartz flagship store. It was a toy store on 5th Avenue in New York. Robert Loggia has said that doubles were on hand to play the giant piano in case he and Tom Hanks weren't able to do it. This made them even more determined to perform the song themselves, so they did it themselves. Okay, so the next one of yesterday's questions, number 2, which future sitcom leading man made his acting debut on Benson? Was it Steve Carell, Kelsey Grammer, Jerry Seinfeld, or Bob Saget? And the answer to that one was C, Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld appeared in 2 episodes as a delivery man and aspiring comic named Frankie. Okay, and the last one for yesterday, let me find it here, was, which actor plays John Hannibal Smith in the A-Team? Was it Larry Hagman, Harry Dean Stanton, Perry King, or George Peppard? Peppard. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, it was D, Peppard. Okay. Peppard was already an accomplished actor before joining the A-Team, famously playing Paul Varjak opposite Audrey Hepburn's Holly Golightly in Breakfast at Tiffany's. He also appeared in How the West Was Won, The Carpetbaggers, and The Blue Max. Okay, so for today, question number 1 is, who shot JR? Was it A, Lucy Ewing, B, Cliff Barnes, C, Clayton Farlow, or D, Kristen Shepard? Okay, number 2, yes, okay. Who plays psychiatrist and regular Cheers patron Frasier Crane? Was it A, Bill Paxton, B, Peter Gallagher, C, Kelsey Grammer, or D, David Hyde Pierce? Okay, so number 3 is Mr. T is probably best known for his role on the A-Team as B.A. Baracus. What is his character's first name? Was it A, Barry, B, Bert, C, Bosco, or D, Benedict? Okay, so that's the trivia questions for today. Okay, now on to the Q&A. Thank you again so much for those that have sent in questions by your comments on my videos. I really appreciate it. So keep those questions coming. Okay, so let's see, the first one I'm going to answer here for today is from Sylvia. And she says, she asked me, have you thought about doing some amigurumi tutorials in the future? Yeah, I would love to do some amigurumi tutorials. The only thing about it is the copyright issue. I would have to have, like, if it was not my pattern, I would have to have permission from the designer, and I have done that before. I have asked the different designers if I could do tutorials on some of their patterns, especially if it would be a free pattern, okay, that's available to anybody. And so I've had some people say no, that they were going to do the tutorials themselves sometime. And I've had others that would say, sure, feel free to do a tutorial. So I would have to look into doing that. Of course, ultimately, the best case situation would be for me to design an original pattern and then do a tutorial on that. And I would love to do that. I would love to get to that point. The only thing I've designed so far is a backpack buddy, which was the bear. I will link that in the description box below. But that was just the head. So I got the bear head. Maybe I can continue on with that and figure out a body for it or something. Anyway, I thought that was a good start to amigurumi design, so I'm hoping to develop that further in the future. So we'll see how everything works out. Okay, next question. Cheryl Spinks is asking me, is my husband retired? No, he is not. I know I've got a lot of gray hair. I may look older than I really am, but my husband and I are pretty close together in age, and so he still has about 10 years before he can retire. So no, not yet. Okay, next. Grace Garrettson asked me, is there a color that you use more than any other? And what is your favorite color? Well, I think I've answered the question sort of. Yeah, my favorite color before, but I'll go ahead and do this. Go ahead and answer this question. My favorite colors are beachy colors, the blues, the turquoise, the aquas, the greens, the sea foam greens, just the sand beachy type colors. But I also like purples, purples and gray kind of combination, or purple and silver. Really, I like any type of cool colors. I'm not really into the warm browns and stuff, not that much, not in the warm colors. I'm more into the lighter, cooler colors, and so I seem to gravitate toward things that have blues and greens in it, and turquoise and aquas and such. But I like purples too. I like to keep a supply of purples, purple yarns as well. So I don't know, I like all colors, you know. But I think I gravitate toward cooler type colors, yeah. Okay, next question. Okay, so Kay Fudge asked me a question about corner to corner. She said that she was wondering about what my first Grafgan was, and I was trying to think about what it was. Can't remember. Isn't that terrible? I do have one. I don't think it's my first one. Okay, so for some reason I can't remember what my first one was, but I do know that I tried to pick just a simple picture. But this is one of my earliest ones though, and I'm sorry to say that it's finished. The image is finished. I did it kind of as a practice, but I never wove in the ends. So I need to go back and go ahead and finish it, weave in the ends and do something with it, because I think it would be cute. I think I had planned on adding some stuff around the edges, maybe some squares or something to make it bigger, and this was going to be the central picture. It's a little duck. I guess you can tell. Anyway, I got the graph off of Pinterest. Like I said, see, I've got ends that I need to weave in. Otherwise, you know, it's pretty much done. One thing I think had stopped me from finishing it is, see how the feet right there look like it's just one big orange piece, and so I was gonna put some sort of line down the middle there to divide the 2 feet apart. And I just I haven't done it, and I just put it aside. And now that you asked me this question, Kay, it reminded me that I still had this, so I need to finish it. But I will show you one that I did after this. Now, don't let this scare you off, because it looks like a huge project, but actually what it was is small squares, okay? And then I just stitched the squares together, but I used the same background color and did it that way. Yeah, I used the same background color, and then I stitched the squares together, and so it looks like one whole piece. Anyway, there's no way that I can get this all in the frame, but I will show you some of it, okay? It's a bunch of Mario shapes, see? Oop. Right there. I did this one for my son. Let's see if I can show some more of it down here. You kind of get the idea of what it is. So I did that one. I know that one seemed like a really big project, but like I said, it was just separate squares. And then I put it together. See, there's Mario. Anyway, and then I did another Mario blanket after that one, and I will, I think I have a picture of it. I gave that one to my son that's married, and he has it at his house. But I will put pictures of these, the ones that I have. I'll insert it in the video somewhere, maybe here. And as you can see, I also did a Frozen blanket that I designed. I found the image, and then I kind of designed stuff around it. I gave that to a little girl at our church that was crazy about Frozen when the movie came out. And then, of course, last year I did the Christmas blanket with the Christmas images. Okay, so anyway, your question, your question was, if I thought it was easier to do a graph gam with a corner to corner, or the horizontal lines. And the only horizontal line one I did was the crab picture that I did recently for a tutorial, and I went ahead and finished the picture. Let me see if oh, I've got it, it's right here. This one, that one that I haven't done anything with. And so, to me, I really like the corner to corner better. Now it does make the image a whole lot bigger, because it's like 3 stitches per chart and per square, and so it makes the image quite a bit bigger, 3 times as big or whatever. So it depends on how big your chart is, if you're wanting it to be that big or not, you know. Otherwise, you may want to stick with this one with the single crochets, and then 1 single crochet is 1 square on the chart. So, but I think the corner to corner is easier as far as managing the bobbins and everything. So I think it's personal preference. So anyways, long explanation for answering that question. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the pictures I put up. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this for today. Thanks so much for coming by and visiting on this Vlogtober day 14. I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned and come back tomorrow for another visit for Vlogtober day 15. Bye guys.